Okay, I think we can get it going now. All right, let's go ahead and keep that just the way it is. We're going to come over here and we're going to check on our masteries, make sure we got everything okay. Okay, we just have one orb, so we can't afford any of the card backs just yet. What's in the store today? All out assault, huh? Okay, so we got some parallax styles for a few of the cards from the new set. Nothing really to write home about, other than maybe the Craterhoof Behemoth. Okay, so we're just going to get into it and continue our draft that we started a few days ago. All right, premier draft, resume. Okay, so we won our first game. Let's see how far we can go with this. We're playing a Jeskai draft deck. That is a nice avatar. I like that a lot. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 lands, all 3 of our colors. We have Fire Rim Form, Devoted Duelist, and Frontline Rush. We'll keep it. Looks like our opponent mulligan down just a little bit. Play a Swamp. Alright, I will open with a Mountain. We'll wish them good luck. Alright, play a Forest. And still nothing. So let's go with the Plains, and we'll play the Devoted Duelist. And hopefully we can get an attack in. And we can. Awesome. Alright, hit him for 2. Roamer's Routine. Search life for basic land. Card, put it into the battlefield tap. Then, okay, and then you can harmonize it. That's cool. Alright, let's go here. Let's go ahead and go next. Attack for 2. And end the turn. Play another island. They can harmonize it if they want to. Go get another land. Locust Light Dancers. Lifelink, when this enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, and a blue card. Put those cards into your graveyard, then shuffle. Okay. Okay, so I have access to 1 red mana, so we wouldn't be able to do both next turn. And that Lotus Light Dancer might just stop us dead in our tracks. Especially without lifelink. That's going to be pretty nasty. I was probably going to look for cards that have Harmonize. Let's see. No, not really. He's probably got something to get those cards back from the graveyard. Alright. My turn. Alright, what do we got here? Let's go Island. What's this? Draw 3 cards and discard a card, or when this creature enters, return up to 2 target non-land permanents in owner's hand. Okay, that's pretty good. So, let's see here. When you cast your second spell each turn, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Because that's not that great. And this gives +2/+0 and flash. So, also, not that great. So, the only thing we can really do right now is play the Aegis Sculptor. Alright, no attacks. Flying Word 2, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That Rimmer's Routine is kind of good. Dragon's Prey. Well, you've got the mana to pay the ward cost. Yeah, can't do anything about that. Alright, let's go and play this mountain. So we have access to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 1 short of playing the river region. So let's see. Yeah, well, since they've attacked us, let's go ahead and go attack for 2. And you can do the Fire Rim form. We'll do the Fire Rim form. Go next. Hit him for 4. And just to get the extra point of damage on them, we'll make 2 goblin tokens right now. There we go. Play forest. We really need a way to eliminate that Lotus Light Dancer. Alright, what did you do? Exile 1 card and then draw a card? Oh, okay. Well, they could have destroyed my enchantment. I guess they just wanted to draw a card, though. Right of renewal. Oh, yep, get a bunch of cards back. Not good. Yeah, no blocks. We'll take the 3. Alright, let's go here. Go island. Go next. Attack for a bunch. We can do this now, or we can wait. What are they going to be playing? When this card enters, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back into the top of your library, the rest into your graveyard. Or when this enchantment enters, search your library for 2 basic lands, put them onto the battlefield tapped, shuffle. When a dragon control enters, put it back. Okay. I think I'm going to do this. I'm just going to play the creature as the dragon and put that card back into their hand. Up to 2. No, just that one. That way we can attack for a really big attack next turn. Okay, it's Wingblade Disciple. Flurry, when you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white bird with flying. That's pretty good. Okay, so we really need to draw into some kind of action next turn. Alright. That's not action. That's just bad. Yeah. Block and kill that. I don't think I need any moderators just yet, especially not with such a light amount of people coming through this live. But if the if things change and we get more of a following to come into the live, then we can consider it. Besides, I think you have your hands full with Mom's things. Ooh, we got the new way forward. Nice. Okay, next. Let's go ahead. See. Okay, this is only if they would deal damage to me. So let's attack. Mm-hmm. Right. Punch him. We're just going to keep on doing that. Eventually they'll run out of blockers. Turn target card from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, go for it. What does this do? Tap 1 target creature, draw a card, flying ward. Okay. Yep. Resolve. Resolve. Let's see. So much damage to the source's controller. Okay. Alright, just gonna Roamer's Routine again. That Wingblade Disciple is pretty good. Good way of putting up blockers. Alright, he's coming at me. Let's see here. No point in blocking it. Draw 3 cards. Perfect. That's fantastic. Okay. So let's go ahead and play this land here. We're going to play a Channeled Dragonfire to deal 2 damage to that. Get rid of that blocker. And here we have discard a card, draw a card, Flying Haste. Let's see. Flying Vigilance. Yeah, we're going to play the Vigilant or Flying Haste creature. Do 1 more damage to our opponent. And then we're going to attack in the air to end the game. Boom. GG. Hey, look at that. We ranked up. Very nice. How's your day going, Peyton? You having a good day? Hey, we got 2 orbs. Nice. Right, that's 2 wins so far. I swear that, like, reversal card, it does so good. The fact that it draws you cards and prevents damage is so strong. I'm doing all right. Having an opportunity to sit down and actually do a stream before bed is nice. Okay, our opponent is Simon El Guapo. We have all 3 of our colors, and we have a pretty decent hand. We'll keep it. Alright, we're going to start with Plains and Descendant of Storms. I have noticed, Peyton, that when you go live on Twitch, I've noticed that your alert still says that you're like farming runes in Diablo, but when I click on your live stream, it's you working out in your garage. So that might be something you might want to address. Yeah, I'll pay the 2. Create another guy. Alright, we're up against a black and green deck so far. It is Krumar Initiate. Okay. Let's go and play that. I'm going to... should we frontline rush? We can... Tell you what we'll do. We will tap the creature so that we can attack in uninhibited. Then attack. Alright, move 15. Yeah, it's one of the settings. I had to learn how to change that myself. Alright, Poise Practitioner, Frontline Rush. Let's see here. I'll go with the Poise Practitioner. And we won't be attacking it right now. No attacks for now. Alright, they play a second Plains. They're up to 4 lands. Whenever another non-token creature control enters, but it endures X, where X is number of counters on this creature. Oh wow, that's really dumb. Oh, yeah, now that'll do it. Okay, cool, perfect. Get rid of that. Okay, and I say we attack with the Poise Practitioner. Okay, block with 2, definitely. Yeah, we'll block this one first. Oh yeah. We're gonna go like that. So we kill the 2-piece. Okay, do you want to place another swamp? They're getting all the lands, and I am not. This creature enters with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on up to 1 target creature you control. Okay, let's see. This will block here. This will block here. Take 1. All right. That's pretty bad. Getting no lands is getting really bad. Enter. But we do have Osseous Exhale, so that'll help. Dussiet Earthcarver. Reach. Endures. Jesus, he got all the endures. Yeah, I think this game's already over. Yeah, we'll go on to the next game. Yeah, missing several land drops in a row kind of does that. Okay, so that's our first loss. Not too bad. Let's hope that we don't lose again. The Teamer are a semi-nomadic clan who are expert hunters, gatherers, and herders. They work alongside oh, that's all. Yeah, not having the resources to cast your spells definitely makes for a bad game. And this is a prime example of that. Having 3 islands and a bunch of white and red spells. That's not going to be keepable. Okay, that's a little bit better. So see here, we got an island, a mountain. We got a couple early drops. Okay, so we will keep this and we'll send the Meringue River Regent back. Perfect. Alright, opponent plays a Jungle Hollow and gains a life. I play a Plains and a Descendant of Storms. Okay, they play Abzan Devotee. Let's go here. Let's see here. So we can do Channel Dragonfire, or we can play the Devoted Duelist. Let's attack for 2. I will choose not to pay it. Let's see how they block. Like that? Okay. That spell I just cast gave my creature indestructible, so it's a good combat trick to allow me to beat their creature. Well, Caustic Exhale works though. Alright. Next up, we have the Quarry Mountain Stalwart. 3/3. Now, if I can draw another land next turn, I can play Channel Dragonfire into Sage of the Skies and just really go off. Perfect. That's exactly what I needed. Okay. And his flurry ability is whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent, you gain 2 life. So we're going to open with Channel Dragonfire. Shoot that for 2. Then we're going to play Sage of the Skies. It comes in and creates a copy of itself. Boom. Now we attack for 3 with Quarry Mountain Stalwart. That's a good turn. That's what I like to see. Enoch Wayfarer. 1/1. Okay, this is something that mills and gets a land back, possibly. Yanthan Tomb Guard. Menace 2/3. Whenever a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Alright, cool. So let's see here. So we can't really... Well, yeah, we can harmonize that if we tap out for it. But I don't think I want to. Let's see. Let's play the Devoted Duelist. It's going to come in, and we're going to attack for a bunch. Okay, they choose to block there. Or not. Yeah, you can block with the Enoch Wayfarer. Alright, they will block. Okay, so I'm going to Frontline Rush. Give it +X/+X. To ensure that it survives. Alright, opponent goes to 6. And I go to 28. Inspired Vanguard. 3/2. It endures for 2 when it comes in. Okay. Well, put counters on. I kind of expected him to instead create tokens. Alright, and then we will channel Dragonfire, tapping them. Is that enough? Yeah, it should be enough. There we go. Submit that one. Do the last 2 damage. Boom. That's game. There you go. That's how the deck's supposed to operate. Very nice. Okay, let's go into our next game. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. I was pretty happy with that game. Okay, so unfortunately we are kind of stuck here with these 2 mountains, so we're going to mulligan this. Alright, perfect. We got all 3 of our colors. Osseous Exhale, Rally the Monastery, Meringue, and Channel Dragonfire. I think we will send back the Meringue. Keep 6. Yeah, that'll go back. We'll keep the rest. Okay, they play a Quarry Mountain Monastery. I will play a mountain and not play the Channel Dragonfire. We want to keep that for removal if possible. And play an island. And that is a Sunset Strike Master. Okay, cool. So let's go with the Plains, and now we will use the channel Dragonfire. Alright, Swiftwater Cliffs, they gain life. Alright, let's go with the island and do all of nothing, because we don't have the mana for it. But that's okay. Okay, it looks like they are just playing Izen. Yes, that's just blue and red. What's that? Unsparing Boltcaster. When this creature enters, deals 5 damage to a target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Well, I've got no creatures to hit, so they just get a 3/3. 3/3 for 3 is still not bad. Okay, what you gonna do? Nothing. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this Mountain. And we have Meticulous Artisan or Rally the Monastery. I think we will play the Meticulous Artisan. Creates treasure token. Let's see what our opponent is up to. River Wheel Sweep. Tap target creature, put 3 stun counters on it. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Okay, it's Impulse Draw and a stun. It's not terrible. Pretty decent card, actually. Oh, the Meringue River Regent. Yeah, they're probably going to use its ability to draw 3 cards next turn. Okay, let's go here. Then we are going to do Narcissus Rebuke to destroy that. Then that's going to give me some mana to use. So we got 2 mana. 1 white, 1 blue, 1 red. Unfortunately, it'll be difficult to cast that, but we can still do something. So we'll play the Descent of the Storms. And then we will cast this using the treasure token to create 2 Monks with Prowess. It's too bad my creature was tapped that turn. Could have really used that 5 damage. Alright, they're going to draw cards. Then discard a card. That is a pretty decent dragon, not going to lie. What card are they going to discard? They discard the Sunset Strike Master and play land. Alright, my turn. So next, attack. Yes, we will auto pay for that. And we're going to put a +1/+1 counter on our creature. Hit him for a bunch. Equilibrium Adept. What does that do? Dog Monk. When this creature enters, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Flurry. Hang on. Read that. Flurry. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this creature gets double strike to one turn. Wow, that's pretty good. Alright, what do I got here? Double strike and prowess. Frontline rush. More channel Dragonfire. That's only going to do 2 damage. I think we need to keep Osseous Exhale mana open. So instead, we're just going to attack like that. Decline. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. End turn. Ooh, another one. That's nasty. This creature gets double strike until end turn. Okay. What card was that? Dispelling Exhale? Okay, well, at least they can't cast it. That's good. Alright, pass. Probably going to come at me with the Adept. Oh, no, he chose not to. Okay, well, in that case, let's make some goblins. Alright, my turn. Oh, awesome. Let's do... do we want to do that? God, everything I have costs white mana, and I only have 1 plains to do anything with. So... yeah. Let's, attack. Will we pay the 2? No, I will decline to pay the 2. Alright, so we're coming in. How are you going to block? Like that? Okay, let's do Osseous Exhale. There. I do not behold a dragon. Or do I? That's Orc Monk? No, I do not. Summon 0. Alright, opponent goes to 2. So, provided they don't gain any life this turn, or just destroy me on the attack, then we can win with the Channel Dragonfire. So hopefully they won't have a way to like increase their attack power with the Equilibrium Adept. So we'll see what happens. He's got a full grip of cards over there. He's got to have something. So Flurry, +1/+1. Okay. Anything else? Wildride. Oh, yeah. I think that'll do it. Yep. GG. Well done. Can't do it without an active blocker, unfortunately. The thing that really held me back that game was not having access to a second white mana source. That kind of sucked. That's okay. You can't win them all. Okay. Opponent goes first. We have Island Mountain. I have a Brushmaster, a Meringue River Regent, a Frontline Rush, and a Runescale Stormbrood. I'm tempted to attempt it, even though I don't have any white mana, but I do have some things I can do. So, I think we'll keep it, just so we don't have to mulligan. And our opponent goes first, which gives us an opportunity to draw another land. Alright, opponent opens with a Bloodfell Caves. Alright, let's go Mountain. Okay, swap. Alright, we're going to go with the Island so that we can play Counterspell if necessary. The Runescale Stormbrood will allow us to do that. Unfortunate. That's a 3-mana spell, not a 2-mana spell. Pass. Alright, my turn. Alright, there's a land. Something we needed last turn. Champion of Doosan. Trample, renew, exile this card from your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter and a trample counter on target creature, activate as a sorcery. Okay. Before they go to attack, I'm going to tap their creature. Draw a card. That way they can't attack with it. Saves me 4 damage. Snowmelt Stag. Okay. Alright, let's play this land over here. What does this give me access to? Flying Vigilance with the creature enters, put up to 1 target non-creature no-land card from your graveyard on top of your library. That's kind of useless. We have this right here is discard a card and draw 2 cards. Let's do that. We're going to cast Flesh Out. We're going to discard the Jeskai Brushmaster. Draw 2. Okay. So still no lands. It's not good. And we're going to take a lot of damage this turn. As we don't have any white. Yep, big damage coming through. What you going to cast? Hey, that's something I can counter. That was countered. Card goes back into my library. Still no white. Still no white. That's not good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not enough. Most I can do is just play this card. So tap like that. Play the Monastery Messenger. Do I have the opportunity to not choose? Oh yeah, yeah. Non-creature, non-land. Only thing in my graveyard is a creature. Show me what you got. Waiting to see your move. There's not much I can do other than just block. One is thinking. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, this is over. GG, friend. GG. Okay, I think that ends this this draft run, but not the end of the stream because I can do another draft. Okay, cool. So let's claim our rewards, which was 1,000 gems and 2 packs. Did not get as far as I wanted with this draft, but that's okay. It was only our first draft of the season, so we can definitely try again and try to get a better deck. So let's use this draft token. We still have 2 draft tokens left to use. Draft tokens are awesome because they give you a way to play draft without having to pay any money to do it. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, Mysterized Village. Great for standard, not so much for limited. Royal Procession. Jeskai Brushmaster. Rowling Dawnbreaker. I guess some interesting cards. I think we'll take this one. Yeah, that first pack was pretty boo-boo. Only thing I don't like about drafting is having to wait for people to pass packs to you. Actually did have an opportunity to play draft in person yesterday. It was actually a lot of fun. I went down to a card shop and split a box with a friend, and we drafted with 4 people. Okay, Narset. We have Scalding Tarn. Shocking Sharpshooter. Reach whenever another creature you control enters. This deals 1 damage to target opponent. That's alright. Defib Current. That's pretty good. Red Wheel Seep. Sandswept Citadel. We have Stormplane Detainment. Trader Envoy. I think we're going to lean into Mardu with this draft. Defibrillating Current is actually a pretty good card. Deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and you gain 2 life. Pretty solid. Alright, just waiting for the next pack to come around. Oh, there it is. Alright, Call of Spirit Dragons, that's garbage. Iridescent Tiger, Effortless Master, Armament Dragon is pretty good. Bearer of Glory, during a creature's first strike. Teamer Devotee, Dragon's Prey, destroy target creature, that's a pretty solid removal spell. Yeah, we'll take that. Costs 2 more to cast if it targets a dragon, but 3 mana to kill anything else is pretty good. Alright. Whale of War, that's actually pretty decent. More effort. Creatures get +1/+0. Whenever you attack, create a 1/1 red warrior. That's a little expensive. Stormplane Detainment is pretty good. We have Abzan Devotee, Aggressive Negotiation, Shock Brigade, Menace and Mobilize. Yeah, we'll take the Stormplane. We need to take as many removal spells early as possible. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Almost everything we've taken so far has been removal. It's like our player to our right here is pretty slow. They got 3 packs they need to pull through. There we go. All right. Dragonstorm Forecaster, Frontline Rush, Bear of Glory. That's pretty good. Coordinated Remover. Seize Opportunity. Yeah, I think we'll take the Bear of Glory. Actually, no. We'll take the Frontline Rush. It's just a little bit better. Alright, Kishla Village. Locks it on Battle Priest. If you combat your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control. That's pretty decent mid-game. Poised Practitioner. Adorned Crocodile. This creature dies, create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Nightblade Brigade. Death Touch, Mobilize, creature enters Surveil 1. Devoted Duelist. That's a pretty decent early play. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the Poised Practitioner. Oh, there's another one. Shock Brigade. Temur Tawny back. Creature enters, draw a card, then discard a card. Watcher the Wayside. Okay, let's take another Poised Practitioner. Alright. Breaching Dragonstorm. This creature enters. Exile cards from the top of your library to exile a non-land card. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. If that spell's mana value is 8 or less, don't put that card into your hand. Or when it... Oh, okay. Another Poised Practitioner. That's 3. Cruel Trees. Jeskai Devotee is probably going to be the best one. Yeah. Because it's a good early gameplay. Jeskai Brushmaster. Adorned Crocodile. Another Jeskai Devotee. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take the dragon. Yeah, the dragon's pretty good. This dragon actually helped me win a game last draft. Focus the Mind, Rescue Leopard. Seize Opportunity. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. Until the next turn, you may play those cards. Up to 2 target creatures, each get +2/+1 till end of turn. That could help turn the tide in a game. But it's a little slow. Yeah, we'll take another Leopard. Let's see. Aggressive Negotiations. Let's take that. Sometimes, at the end of your packs, you get past garbage that you won't end up using anyways. Oh, Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Maybe we shift into blue. Sidisi, Twin Moss Stormbrood. Deals 5 damage to target creature, or the creature enters, you gain 5 life. That's actually pretty good. That's actually really good. But is it worth passing up the Shiko? Yeah, I think I want the Shiko. Yeah, I want the Shiko. Let's see. Oh, Sarkhan. Sarkhan is going to hold a dragon. If you do, create a treasure token. Whenever dragon control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan. Until end of turn, Sarkhan becomes a dragon. Teeming Dragonstorm, that's pretty good. Another Defib Current. Skirmish Rhino. Rebellious Strike. Jeskai Devotee. Sarkhan or Defib? I think we'll take the Sarkhan. Sibsig. Got Aegis Sculptor. It's 2/3. Ringing Strike Mastery. Sandskitter Outrider. We have Channel Dragonfire. That's pretty much what we have to take out of that pack. And Channel Dragonfire is really good. Being able to remove something early and then use that damage to kill the opponent late game is really strong. Alright, just waiting for the next pack to come around. Anytime, friend. There we go. Alright, what we got here? Dragonstorm Forecaster. We have Dragonclaw Strike. Salt Road Pack Beast. Tarkir Island Dragon. That could be decent. Abzan Devotee. Kintree Nurturer. Creature endures 1. This is Summit Intimidator. Reach. When this creature enters, target creature can't block. Or Monastery Messenger. Let's go with the Tarkir Island Dragon. I think we are going to start shifting into blue. Oh, another Channel Dragonfire. Effortless Master. Vigilance Menace. Enters with 2++ encounters on if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Let's see. Meticulous Artisan. Rescue Leopard. Yeah, we're going to go with the Dragonfire again. Dragonfire is just too good. Frontline Rush. Dragonback Lancer. Abzan Devotee. This is Gurmag Nightwatch. Give me the Dragonback Lancer. Dragonback Lancer is actually pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately, you do have some people that take a little bit more time to make their picks. And I don't really... Oh, come on. Sonic Shrieker. 4/4 flying with creature enters deals 2 damage to any target. You gain 2 life. If that player is dealt damage this way, discard a card. Yeah. Yeah, we might have to go with that. Man, these packs are so wonky. I don't want to go 4 colors. I really don't. So we're going to have to make a choice when we get to the end here. Another Tarkir Island Dragon. Narcissus Rebuke. Ooh, Narcissus Rebuke is actually really good. It's removal and it adds mana to your mana pool, so you can then cast another spell afterwards. Yeah, like I was saying, like some people aren't as familiar with the set, so they will definitely take longer. Mardu Monument. Enters, search your library for a basic plains, mountain, or swamp reveal, put into your hand in the shuffle. We might end up taking that. Riling Dawnbreaker. Humbling Elder. Aggressive Negotiations. Yeah. Okay, Veteran Ice Climber. Jeskai Devotee. Wonderful Underdogs, yeah. Give me that. Alright. Sibsig, Corroding Dragonstorm. Ringing Strike Mastery. Over so tap to creature. Doesn't untap there's controls untap step. Or it could be 5 to do it. Summon Intimidator. Wild Right. Summon Intimidator. I'll take that. Ringing Strike Mastery. Rescue Leopard. Yeah, I'll take the Leopard. Getting a lot of leopards this game. The leopards are decent too. Helps you draw cards. Alright, last pack. Oh, okay. Yep. We're going Mardu. Yeah, gave me the Thunder's Decree. Okay, put that back in there. Yeah. This card right here, if you ever see this card, immediately take it, immediately go Mardu. Okay, so that solidifies it. Getting the Shiko is pretty cool, but this guy just wins games. He's way too good. Yes, he is legendary. What do we got here? Oh, another Shiko. Look at that. Another Channel Dragonfire. Nomad Outpost. That taps for all 3 of the colors that we're going to be in. Molten Exhale. I think we have enough removal at this point. So actually, give me that land. That's going to make it easier for me to play my spells. As tempting as it would be to take another Shiko. Alright, what we got here? United Battlefront, Iridescent Tiger, Defib, Poise Practitioner. We have Nightblade Brigade. We have Wild Ride, Roamer's Routine, Watcher, and Scour Barons. Give me the Defib. The Defib's good. Especially if we're going into Mardu with this. Alright, just waiting. Okay. Starhead Skyrider, that's pretty good. Unsparring Boltcaster. Hardened Tactician, white, black, 2/4, sacrifice a token, draw a card. That's pretty good. Rallying Dawnbreaker, Sandskitter, Unburied Earthcarver, Stormshriek Feral. Okay, let's take the Hardened Tactician. That's actually pretty good, especially with Mobilize. Unrooted Ancestor. Shocking Sharpshooter. Poise Practitioner. Twin Bolt. 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Let's go with the Uprooted Ancestor. Reverberating Summons. Begin each combat if you cast 2 or more spells this turn. Okay, yeah, I know what that does. Fortress Kinguard. That's an Endure card. Feral Deathgorger. When this creature enters, exile 2 cards from a single graveyard. Could be decent. Tell you what, give me the Devoted Duelist. We need more early game. Alright, we got here. War Effort. Synchronize. Karu Goldkeeper. We have Fire Rim form. Underdogs. Sagu Pummeler. Reputable Merchant. Give me the Fire Rim form, because that's a good combat trap. Or... actually, no. Give me that one, because that one creates a goblin. Another Practitioner, Tempest Hawk. Some Intimidator. Wild Ride. Sargon's Resolve. Give me the Summon Intimidator. Wow. They have like 3 packs stacked up. Sandskitter Outrider. It endures 2. Rescue Leopard. Another Intimidator. Yeah, we'll take another Intimidator. It's a decent card. Lightfoot Technique. Or Wild Ride. I'll take the Lightfoot Technique. Iridescent Tiger. Snowmelt Stag. Roamer's Routine. Give me that. We have Unsparing Boltcaster. Unburied Earthcarver. Give me the Carver. Twin Bolt. Take that. And a Forest. Okay, that's all of our cards. So now we need to cut out the cards that we're not going to use. So first thing to cut out, obviously, are all the blue cards. So Shiko, you're out. Durgar, you're out. Let's see, we've got here this red, white. Okay, Gurmag Nightwatch is out. Let's see, Defib is in. Let's see, Sipsig Ceremony, that can go out. That's kind of a garbage card. Aggressive Negotiations, that's bad. Poise Practitioner. I'm going to go down 1 there, down 1 there. Jessica Devotee is actually pretty decent. Mardu Monument, Frontline Rush. Okay, that's a green card that goes out. Okay. So now we've kind of cut out all the nonsense. What we can do now is focus on creatures versus removal. So that's that. That's that. We're going to move that over there. We're going to move all of the spells over, and we're going to separate out from the spells to the creatures. Can I put this here with that? There we go. Yeah. Let's just stack everything like that. There we go. Mardu Monument. Okay. Voice Practitioner. Detainment. That stays. Dragon's Prey. That's good. Unrooted Rescue Leopard. Underdogs. Tactician. Defib. So this goes over here. Zergo. Dragonback Lancer. Rally. That's another spell. Summit. Iridescent Tiger. Narset's Rebuke. That's another spell. Storm Shriek Feral and Sonic Shrieker. Sonic Shrieker is an amazing creature. Look at that. Okay. So now that we've got everything sorted out, let's see what we have spell-wise. So creatures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so let's knock that down. Knock that down. So now what are we looking at? We're looking at 16 creatures and 12 non-creatures with 17 lands. So that's 45 out of 40. So we've got plenty of creatures. Let's start dropping some of these. So Narset's Rebuke, good, but very expensive removal. So let's get rid of that. Rally the Monastery, that's kind of for a different deck. Defib is really good, so we're going to keep that. Dragon's Prey can kill anything. Stormplane Detainment can kill anything. Mardu Monument, that's just color fixing. Frontline Rush is a pretty decent card, but it's not really removal, so let's cut that. Twin Bolt is decent. It deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets, so it can do 2 to 1 or 1 to 2. Lightfoot Technique is a protection spell. And Channel Dragonfire, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. So that gets us down to 40 cards exactly. So Plains Mountain Island, or Plains Mountain Swamp, and 1 Nomad Outpost. So let's look at our breakdown. We have 16 creatures, 7 non-creatures, and 17 lands. So that looks pretty good to me. And all of these spells are removal spells. So we should be pretty decent here. So let's take it out there and see if we can win some games. How you doing, bud? Yeah, you. You need help? Yeah, you. I love you too. What's up, bud? What can I do for it? Oh, I got him. Okay. Second turn, let's go and drop this swamp and play a Devoted Duelist. Comes in, we're going to attack for 2. Pop. Okay, so looks like our opponent is a Sultai player. Gurmag Nightwatch. 3/3. Let's creature enters, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may put one of those cards back on top of your library and the rest into your graveyard. Pretty cool. Do. Alright. Alright, cool. So we got a Charged Dragonfire. We're going to play this Plains, and they're going to cast the Defib Current using all 3 mana. Blast that, and attack for 2. The Defib Current is a pretty cool card. I like it a lot. 4 damage to something, you gain 2 life. Another Nightwatch, alright, cool. Really like this board that they're using here. It looks pretty good. Alright, let's play this land here. We're going to play the Summit Intimidator. Comes in. This creature cannot block this turn. Attack for 2. Put him to 14. Okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play with this turn. And I did not see them do anything with it. So, what we will do is we will play... We're going to play the Stormplane Detainment. So that'll come in and eat that up. Then we're going to attack for 6. Oh, they're playing a creature. Alright, they're going to block that. Alright, and take some damage. And then I'm going to cast Tarkir Dragonfire to kill their creature. We got a lot of removal here. But that's what these colors are good at. Removing creatures. Hey, bud. Okay. Yeah. What time are you leaving? Right about now?
Sorry, yeah.
You're good.
I don't want to hold you up or anything.
You aren't holding me up. Give me just a moment here. Whoever wants to come to work with you, huh? Another Gurmag, huh? Okay. Let's see here. Let's play the Stormshriek Barrel. And then attack with everything. They're going to block that. Take 3, go to 3. They need to deal with my Stormshriek Feral, otherwise they lose next turn. Guess they didn't have it. Okay, that happens sometimes. Alright, give me just a moment. I will be right back. Okay. No, the draft is not over. I completed one draft already, and we are currently on our second draft. And we just won our first game, so now we're into our second game. I just went to see my wife off before she left for work. So I'm going to complete this draft at the very least before I sign off for the night. So we still got quite a few games in us. Best clan? That, I think, is going to depend on what you can manage to pull. But so far, I've had pretty good luck with Abzan. Abzan is pretty decent because of the fact that they are in green, and green has really good color fixing for this set. Like color fixing, mana ramp, that kind of thing. And limited usually is a format that rewards you going really heavy on creatures. So playing that is pretty good. Also, Mardu is really good too. Mardu is really good because of the mobilize mechanic. I'm actually planning on building a mobilize deck for standard. I think it's going to be good. Okay, here, let's go white. And let's see. Let's go with Sarkhan. Alright, Sark comes in. We can behold a dragon. We will behold this dragon and create a treasure token. Whenever a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan until end of turn. Sarkhan becomes a dragon in addition to his other types and gains flying. Abzan Sultai. Sultai has some pretty cool tricks, and they're very good at what is it? Graveyard manipulation. So I do like them a lot. Let's see. Let's go with the Poised Practitioner. That way we don't have to throw away our treasure token. I would like to drop the Sonic Shrieker next turn. But we'll see what they play. Molten Exhale. Okay. They did not like that card. And Abzan Devotee. Okay. Let's go Mountain and Sonic Shrieker. Autopay. Okay. Now, I could kill the Abzan Devotee, but I think I'm going to hit their face to make them discard a card. Because the Devotee, they can just get back from their graveyard by paying 3 mana. What do they discard? They discard a Plains. Okay. Not the best thing to discard, but not the worst either. Oh, Dragonback Lancer. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I will... Let's see. Alright, so yeah, the discard only happens when you play the Sonic Shrieker, not every time it hits. I think that would probably be way too good. Alright, let's play... Actually, let's attack first and see what they do. See if they choose to block. They did not. So playing the Summon Intimidator would not be that great right there. So in that case, let's play a Dragonback Lancer. What's worse than a land? I would probably say maybe like a really expensive spell that they weren't going to play in the entire game anyways. Like say for example they happen to pull a what would you call it? Like an ultimatum or something like that. Like, for example, last night I played in a draft where my opponent made me discard a an armament dragon. And it wasn't that good of a discard for them, simply just because of the fact that I never drew the land necessary to cast the spell to begin with. Let's see. Let's play Devoted Duelist. And also, let's cast the Flush Out side. Yeah, we'll discard the Rescue Leopard to draw 2 fresh cards. And now we will attack. Put him to 7. True, yes. Hardened Tactician, good card. Yeah, he's going to mobilize 1, hit me, and then sacrifice the token using the Hardened Tactician. Very solid play. Alright, my turn. Okay, let's go ahead, and we're going to cast Iridescent Tiger. Iridescent Tiger comes in, gives us 5 more mana. And we'll use that mana to cast Summit Intimidator, forcing this to not be able to block this turn. Win the game. Yeah, I love the Omen cards. The fact that they shuffle back into the deck instead of just going to the Adventure Zone, such a great, great mechanic. I love it. Hey, get some gold. A lot of gold. Nice. Into the Flood Maw. Alright, let's go to our next game. It is pretty fun when you can manage to win with exact damage. Yes, exactsies. That's a pretty cool Sarkhan avatar right there. That looks very nice. Ugh, that's a lot of land. Lot of land. I just got some pretty good cards in it though, so we'll keep it and see what happens. Alright, opponent opens with a mountain. He's a stadium headliner. I will open with a mountain and kill the stadium headliner. Alright, they play Plains. Tell you what, I'll play Plains too. And play Devoted Duelist. Attack. Hopefully attack. They're holding priority, so it makes me nervous. Alright, I took the damage. It works for me. I like the goblins of the, what do you call them? The Asian-inspired sets like Kamigawa and Tarkir, because they remind me of like the Aki, or like the turtle-ish like demons from their folklore. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, stack 4-2. They do not block. We play Poised Practitioner. Right, to play Plains into Summit Intimidator. Make my Poised Practitioner unable to block this turn. Boy, do I have a surprise for you. Alright, they discard a land. Alright, my turn. We go here. We go Summit Intimidator. Make that unable to block this turn. And attack. What is this? Is this a mirror match? Burning maneuver. Okay, that'll work. Yeah, that might actually be the turning point for this game. Enjoy the set. There aren't going to be another MTG set. Yeah. Don't remind me. Let's play that. Let's see here. It's going to do 2 damage only. So let's play. Gosh, I can only have access to Jeskai Devotee this turn. That kind of sucks. Because I can't even filter that into black mana. I can do that, though. I don't think it's worth it just to kill one creature, though. So, yeah. Let's play the Jeskai Devotee. And we will wait until next turn. Ugh. Yeah, I think they got me. Yeah. Unless I can draw something like really good next turn. Alright, well, let's see here. Devotee block here. And these 2 block here. Take 4. And probably just die next turn. Yep, that's about what I expected. Yeah, GG. Well, let's play the card just to play it, and we'll go to the next game. GG, friend. GG. It wasn't the worst game I've ever played. Yeah, there's that old adage of never concede. You never know what's going to get turned around. Maybe I should have listened to that advice more often. Hey, you know what? It's possible. Maybe their client could have locked up and they would have roped out. You never know. All right, what do we got here? Plains, Mountain. We have Defib Current, Poise Practitioner, Zergo, Dragon Spray, and Rescue Leopard. Everything in my hand here is 3 or more. That's a pretty slow, and that's if I draw a 3rd land. So I'm going to mulligan that. Okay, that's a little bit better. 3 lands. Poise Practitioner, Duelist, Devotee, Twin Bolt. So I'll keep this. And I think we will send back the Twin Bolt. Plains, go. Alright. Well, not the best. Really need that red mana. Sultai Monument. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, that's good. We're getting there. So let's play the Poise Practitioner. I was considering dropping the Devoted Duelist that turn, just to get some easy damage, but I think I'd rather play it a little bit slower. So let's go here with the Jeskai Devotee, and let's see here. Yeah, we can transform some mana into red mana, so let's play Devoted Duelist. I'll keep the land, yeah. Urging Stormbrood. Okay, flying, ward, P2 life. When this creature enters, remove all counters from up to 1 target creature. Jeez, that's disgusting. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play the Devotee. And then we will attack, like so. Such a shame that the Channel Dragonfire is a sorcery. That kind of sucks. But thankfully the dragon doesn't have lifelink. That's good. Alright, they play a swamp. Oh, they're gonna make some zombies. Ow. Alright, let's go in here. Let's see, what do we got? Not a whole lot. So let's go here. We'll play the Channel Dragonfire, killing that. And then we'll play it again, tapping this one. Submit. Deal 2 more to that. Get the flurry on all 3 of my guys. Nah, send that down. Alright, and swing for the win. Pop, pop, pop. GG. See, that worked out a lot better. Oh, did we rank up? Nice. Yeah, that did feel pretty good. Okay, alright, we're at 3 wins. That's not too bad. Let's see if we can make it 4. Alright, we are up against Dikarika, the Virtuous. Alright, we got a swamp and 2 mountains, Defib Current, Stormplane Detainment, Unrooted Ancestor, and Jeskai Devotee. I'll keep it in hopes that we can draw planes. They play a Jungle Hollow, game 1 life. Alright, we got Mountain, go. They play Forest and Sultai Monument. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, look who it is. Alright, let's play this Mountain here, and we'll play a Jeskai Devotee. Really need that white mana now. But we can kind of get it next turn if the Jeskai Devotee stays on the table. We'll see if our opponent lets it survive. I'm going to place an island, so they're firmly in Sultai. Okay, it is tapped. I can still use the abilities, right? Yeah, I can. Sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and play this swamp, and we will play Zurgo. Now just don't kill Zurgo, and we're okay. Sweet. Hey, there's the plains. Nice. Alright, let's attack. Alright, mobilize 2. Give me my boys. Alright, that's big damage. And I think I will end turn. Oh, that's right. Zurgo makes it so I don't have to sacrifice my mobilized creatures. That's awesome. Ah, man, that sucks. But it's okay. It's okay. Because we can pay the mana to untap it next turn. Yes. Okay, so end of turn, we play Unrooted Ancestor. Love that flash. My turn. Alright. Mountain. Untap. Attack. Mobilize 2 more. Bing, bing, bing. Lands, am I right? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, if they don't deal with Zurgo, like, permanently, he's just gonna run away with this game. Alright, he's making some zombies. Alright. Untap. Yeah. Yeah, that was disgusting. Yeah, Mart is pretty good. Hey, 100's talent. How do you like that? So, how have things been for you? How have your games been going? Have you played any drafts with this new set? I've played 2 drafts on Arena and 1 draft in paper, and so far this set is really fun. Singing Bellstrike, not good. Yeah, if you give your opponent the ability to just get around your removal by paying some mana, it's not that hot. Yeah, I prefer my removal to be in black and white. Oh, you just play standard? You know, typically, I just play standard too. I'm kind of like a standard monkey. Like, standard makes the monkey brain go ook ook. But if I have extra draft tokens, I'll burn them at the beginning of a new set just to check it out. 3 plains and a mountain. Dragonback Lancer, Ancestor, and Underfoot Underdogs. It's a little slow, but at least I have the lands, so let's keep it. Technically, it is a more cost-effective way to develop your collection. At least that's what all of the limited influencers tell me all the time, is like, if you want to develop a good collection, just keep drafting. Just keep drafting, you're going to be good. I don't know how effective that is if you're not too good at draft, because, like, I'm not the best at draft. I can identify some things as being good, but I'm no master drafter. So I don't, like, typically I do decent at draft. Like, I'll do, like, maybe 4 or 5 wins. I don't think I ever really, like, make my money back on drafting. So I just kind of treat it as, hey, this is a fun thing to do. It's a distraction from the constant slew of mono red aggro decks in standard. Let's play... Yeah, let's play the Underfoot Underdogs. Make me another guy. Yeah, that's kind of the thing too, is like when it comes to like your own personal decks, you kind of think like, okay, this would be okay. There's some things from this set that might make a fun deck, but nothing is really going to supplant the entrenched decks. They're all going to be kind of the same. Let's see. Should we play this? Or should we play this? I think we want to play the Dragonback Lancer, but for the time being, I'm going to attack and see what they do. Okay, they don't do anything. Dragonback. The weekends are good. Very few mono. That's good. You know, that's kind of a funny thing is over the last month, I've noticed a distinct drop-off in mono-red matchups. They're still there, but they're nowhere near as prevalent as people make it out to be. Like, the people on Reddit love to bitch about the mono-red matchup. It's like, it's not that bad. Don't worry about it so much. Alright, when you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, exile the spell with 4 times. Okay, so he's the guy that copies spells. He won't prowess or anything like that. Alright, let's go ahead and play the Feral. And then we will attack, attack, attack. Boom. Mobilize 1. Okay, he's going to block my goblin. And take a bunch of damage. And warrior goes bye-bye. Maybe different countries, different amounts of deck types. You know, it's possible. I don't know, though, because, like, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think everyone plays on the same server. And so it kind of just, like, goes, like, roll of the dice who you're going to play against. There's another game that I used to play, Legends of Runeterra, and in that game, they separated their player base into 2 mega servers. There was the one server for the Western world, which is like North America, South America, that region, and then like all of like Europe and Asia on another server. So there was a little bit of a distinction there, but I think Arena plays all on like one server. But I think it's really just like roll of the dice. It's like you're going to play against who you're going to play against. And there's very little you can do about it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little uncertain on that too. Ooh, defib. Yeah. That looks like a good mana cost. Oh, you want to give it indestructible, huh? And death touch? Ooh, you're a nasty baby. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's see here. None of my creatures have attack power 2 or less, so we'll just pass the turn. No point into attacking into that. That was a pretty good save right there, Alesha's Legacy. Come on, man, what you gonna do? I think there are some people, maybe like commander players that are like a really high-end Taigam. I actually checked the price of Taigam in paper, and he's going for like $10 right now. So I'm thinking some people are brewing up some nasty decks with Taigam. Oh, what you got going on, man? Okay, but 3+1/+1 encounters on that. Oh, okay, sure. What else are you gonna do? Pass. Alright, my turn. Let's go. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and play the Poised Practitioner. Then we play the Devoted Duelist. There's not many people who play MTG. That stays right there. Alright, let's go. Everybody in. I don't care who you kill at this point. We need to get some damage going. There's not many people who play MTGA, so we can all be on the same server. Or does WotC have so much money they can cram everyone to the same server? You know, that's the thing, is Legends of Runeterra, they gave us 2 servers to play on, despite having a really, really small player base. Like, even when the game was at its peak, the game just did not have a great player base, which is very unfortunate because the game was fantastic. It was my favorite game for a long time, but it just never really took off in the same way that Hearthstone or Magic Arena did. So I don't know why they gave us 2 servers. Maybe they were hoping that they would be able to, like, really bring players in, but I think they really needed to work on their marketing in order to make that happen. But as far as Arena, maybe they just figure, hey, we got the money, we can make the best server and just make sure everyone plays on one server. I don't know if you play any MMOs, like massively online role-playing games, but there's one called what's the name of the game? It is Elder Scrolls Online. It's based off of the like the Skyrim, Oblivion, that world, and they put everyone on one server. Everyone in the game, one server. If you're on PC, you all play on one server. If you're on Xbox, you play on one server. Versus like, what is it? Like World of Warcraft or any of the other big MMOs that utilize many servers. They just put everyone on one server. Oh, GG. Kid game friend. But again, it's like, I don't know. I don't know how they come to their decision-making process or whatever on that. But one server versus many servers, it's honestly their choice. Because, like, WoW does like cross-realm play, where you can play in like a cluster of servers and see people on other servers while you're like roaming around the world. As far as lag's not really that much of an issue so long as you have a solid game connection. Like, if you got a good internet, then you really don't have that much of an issue. I played ESO for a decent amount of time, and I never really had any issues with lag. I kind of stopped playing the game mostly because the combat was kind of weird, you know? Like, it felt very floaty. It didn't really like have that punch that other games had, so it kind of made me fall out of it a little bit. All right, what do we got here? Let's get back on topic here. Plains, Mountain, Defib, Sonic Shrieker. It's okay. It's okay. Let's keep it and hope we draw for another land. Hey, we drew another land. Look at that. All right, Mountain, go. What kind of games are you into? Yep. What is our button? Yep. Forest, mountain, island. Okay, so they are teamer. And they dropped in Dragonstorm Globe. All right, let's play it here. And let's see here. What do we got? We got the Underfoot Underdogs. We have Defib Current, Unrooted Ancestor, Stormshriek Feral. Let's play the Underdogs. Attack for 2. Yeah, typically, for my spare time, I like to stick to strategy games, like this game right here. And also I like to stick to like other like fantasy games. Like I'm a big fan of like MMOs, big fan of strategy card games, that kind of thing. But there's sometimes where I will play other games just for fun. Like I actually recently downloaded Doom 2016 just because it's a fun game. Let's defib that. I used to play MMOs when I was a kid / teenager, and now all I have time for is MTGA. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like, I am doing I'm putting some effort into being a fledgling content creator for MTGA, but it's mostly as a hobby. Like, if I have any spare time between my job and caring for my wife and for my animals, I will put some effort into content creation. But aside from that, it's really just a hobby for me. Ooh, who's that? Karu Goldkeeper. I think I passed on that. Ow, stop that. The guy's a jerk. Ooh, Dragon Mag Lancer. Okay, let's see here. Let's go ahead and attack. See what you do. Block there. Sweet. Alright, we'll twin bolt it. Yeah, 2 damage to that. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. And end turn. Roughly in games, I usually play RPGs, slower pace for an old man like myself. Hey, I can relate. I really can. Whenever creature you control or creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability in one of control's tracker. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can relate. It's like, I'm getting up there in age myself. I just turned 43 this last March. So, my motor skills aren't as good as they used to be. But I still make some time for gaming. Yes, right? Alright, my turn. Let's play this end of turn. Alright, let's also play this. Paste it out. Coming in. Okay, you go to 2. Let's see what you can do this turn. I would say the game that I put the most time into for offline play would probably be Skyrim. Skyrim has always been a very big, like, time sink for me, because it's just a fun little world that you can get lost in. Aside from that, Valheim is a lot of fun too. If you're into like the survival crafting genre, you can definitely do worse. I think he just lost the game. Yeah, because this can't block flyers. Yeah, I'll take that 8. GG, friend. GG. All right, we made ourselves into silver. How you like that? Very Fencing. That's actually a pretty decent card. I like that card. All right, let's play again. Hey, we're doing pretty good. We've made it up to 6 wins. How you like that? Sorry, ZFK, what I missed. Pretty much just our opponent getting ran over by dragons. So you didn't miss too much. I was mentioning I was responding to you talking about offline play. I think I've sunk the most hours of offline play into Skyrim and into Valheim. I put a lot of hours into those games. But I am putting more time lately into trying to be a content creator for this game during my off hours. And so far it's been pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. I'll keep this. Our opponent today is a person named Sniper Serpent, and they're in gold rank versus our silver, so this might be a game to watch. They're probably going to run us over. Alright, they play a Windscarred Crag. Alright, my turn. Let's play this Plains, and we're going to play Sarkin. Get a treasure token. Oh, no treasure token, because we did not have a dragon in our hand. Yep, I heard Valheim is... Yes. When it comes to the sandbox style games, the games where like it's just you get dropped into a world and you just do what you want to do. It's so much fun. It's like it's a really fun game. No tax. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I'm doing what I can. Okay, let's go ahead and go here, and then we are going to attack like so. Block 1, sure. All right, take some damage, and play Dragonback Lancer. Yeah, I would love to get to the point, not necessarily the point of like quitting my real job to pursue content creation. I'll be happy just to be able to continue this as a hobby and just play this game and make a little bit of money on the side off of like ad revenue. I would be happy with that. Let's see here. Yeah, let's play this. I'm going to detain your blocker. Attack for a lot. Okay. Post combat, activate here, sacrifice that token, draw a card. Now that's synergy. Content creation is a pretty saturated market at this point. It really is, especially with how easy it is to acquire equipment to do this. It's like the only thing I'm using is this microphone, that camera, and this laptop. Really easy to acquire equipment. I mean, after that, all it requires is time. Yeah, time and finding a way to play a game or create content that would be interesting enough to some people. Let's attack with these. I feel like I did my sequencing a little bit wrong there. That's okay. You gonna walk with those? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Kill that. But yeah, I absolutely agree. And I think if there is a like a super saturated market, I think like the podcasting space is really super saturated, just because of the fact that it's so easy to get equipment. Yep, go ahead and block it. Smack him. Alright, just 2 more turns of that, and I think we're gonna be okay. Gotta find your niche, something which makes you different from other creators. Yes, I agree 100%. Yeah, find your niche, find a place that you can carve out for yourself that you're going to be able to, serve a certain market. No blocks. Alright. Alright, end of turn, we're going to cast the Unrooted Ancestor. Alright, perfect. That works for me. Let's attack. Oh, he's going to tap something down. Tap the dragon back? Sure. Let's attack. Okay, block there. Perfect. Alright, you take 3. Now, take 2. GG. Okay, we're doing pretty well. We only need to win 1 more to completely clear this draft. Okay. Oh wait, was that it? It says claim. It doesn't say go on to the next match. Here, let me move this. Check that out. Yeah, we completely cleared this. Hell yeah. That makes me happy. I feel like a lot of Dragonstorm cards are just reskins of the OG Clans block. I can understand where you're going with that. I unfortunately don't have the memory to confirm, just because I was not playing during the original Cons block. I stopped playing Magic between, I believe, 2014 to about 2021, 2022. There was a big gap in my playing cycle. So I unfortunately missed a lot of the original Cons block. But I'm pretty happy with this set. This set is pretty cool. So I'm going to keep playing it. All right, awesome. We did great. We got the 7 wins. We just earned 2,200 gems in 6 packs. Hell yeah. Let's get them. Awesome. Well, we have 1 more draft token that we can use. But before we do that, let's see what we opened. So let me move my camera back down here so we can see the cards that we just got. We got 10 packs of Tarkir Dragonstorm and 1 pack of Aether Drift. So let's open this one first. Yeah, if I could manage to do that like every draft, then I would just be drafting all the time. Explosive Getaway. That's a cool card. A little expensive, but cool. All right, let's just crack all of these right now. I love that animation, that flowing animation of opening all the cards. All right, what do we got? Roar of Endless Song. Dragonologist. Nature's Rhythm. That's a cool card. Clarion Conqueror. Another cool card. Songcrafter Mage. Rediscover the Way. Sidisi. Barren Steppe Siege. Genesis Ultimatum. Dirty card. Mistrise Village. Extra dirty card. This is actually probably my favorite card in the entire set. Just being able to say, no, this can't be countered is huge. And Stillness in Motion. Very cool. Alright, cool. That's our cards. Have you thought about doing best of 3 drafts? Let me see if we can do that using a draft token. Events limited. So we have, okay, that's the sealed. We don't want to do sealed. Traditional or premier. I think it's traditional. Hey, we can. Look at that. New target for demo field. Yes, absolutely. That is a fantastic reason to run demolition field. Okay, so we did one draft. Actually, we did 2 drafts of Premier. Let's do 1 draft of Traditional because we have 1 draft token remaining. And this one, we would only need to win 4 matches. So if we can get a good deck, maybe it'll work. Let's play. Yes. Yeah. You know, it's funny about that is typically I'm the kind of guy who likes to run a lot of counter spells if I'm playing blue. But over the last couple years, the amount of counter spells that I run has gone down significantly. Like either I haven't been able to find a place to put them in my decks. I just haven't had the place for them. Or oh gosh, what are we gonna do? That is such an absolute bomb, but it's so expensive. You know, let's try to build a ramp deck. Let's see. Okay, Seventh Priest. Okay, that's Absan. One moment. I'll get back to my topic in just a moment here. Let me see if I can find any. Okay, that's a Dragonstorm Globe. We'll take that. But yeah. The amount of counterspells that I play recently are pretty low. But I think that's mostly just because I haven't been able to find places to put all of my counterspells, because like typically like removal ends up taking like the top spots. Pretty good. I'll take that one. I know I'm being a little wild taking this big disgusting creature on my first pick, but you know what? It's not that big of a deal to me. Either we make it work or we don't. What we got here? Kishel Skimmer. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. This ability triggers once per turn. Double the power and toughness of target creature control until in turn, then it fights something. According remover, I guess it's white. Let's see. Humbling Elder. It's a flash creature. Some Intimidator. Saga Wildwing. That might be what we get for her. Reputable Merchant. Yeah, we're going to go for the Saga Wildwing. We're going to go for as many color fixing and color ramping cards as we can. Because we kind of locked ourselves in on the first pick. Yeah, I could see it being a sideboard land, because it could definitely be a like a stalemate breaker. The Sultai Dragon of Pack 1 was the way really strong. You know what? I was kind of looking at it and thinking one or the other. Either way is going to lock me into 3 colors. 5-color dragons? No, I've not tried that yet. But it could be a fun meme deck, because there is that that one new card that gives you a an alternate win con for playing 5-color dragons. So it could be an interesting way to go. Chopping Bottom's when this creature becomes tapped, look at the top of your library, look at the anchor, you will put it in your hand. Okay, that's decent. Skirmish Rhino, Monastery, Riverwalk Technique. Owner of target null and permanent counter target spell. It's okay. Meticulous Artisan, Piercing Exhale, or Windscored Crag. Let's go with this guy right here. Traveling Botanist seems pretty decent. Hopefully this doesn't turn into 5-color dragons. Let's try to keep it as focused as possible. Give me my next pack. Come on. I don't have all night. Yeah, there are a few decks that I kind of have my eye on for standard. Couple and more cards over graveyard and put plus plus encounter. Riverwalk Technique. Abzan Devotee. Night Watch. Dismal Backwater. Don't want to choose a land. This is a little difficult. That's a little expensive. Let's take the Gurmag Night Watch. Let's see what I got here. Ring and Strike Mastery. Wingspan Stride. +1/+1 flying. Rescue Leopard. Yeah, let's go with the Rescue Leopard. I would say, if there is one person that has probably tried 5-color dragons at this point, it's probably Amy the Amazonian. She loves going 5-color as often as possible. It's honestly pretty entertaining to watch, too. What do we got here? Nature's Rhythm. We have Spirited Vanguard. It endures 2 when it comes in. Really expensive, though. Reach. Gosh, that's a little rough. Tell you what, we'll take that. Amy tends to draft in the first week of a new set coming out, and then she tends to go right back to doing Brawl and things like that. Yeah, I typically watch her at the beginning of a new set launch, because she's always live in the morning when I happen to be at work, so it's a good pocket entertainment for me. Take that. Let's see here. Undergrowth Leopard, sure, take that. What other streamers or content creators do you watch in the Magic space? I bet a lot of I bet there's a lot of overlap between us. The leopard gives you some card draw. It's a 4/2 for 3, and whenever it becomes tapped, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. So it's a way to get a little bit deeper into your deck. Ooh, Avenger of the Fallen, that might be a hate draft. Traveling Botanist again. Mardu Monument, that's some land grab. Dragon's Prey. Crotic, Snakeskin Veil. Let's see. It's either the Botanist or the Mardu Monument. I think we're gonna get the Botanist. Let's see what do I got here. Ooh, Inevitable Defeat. Too bad it's not my colors. That would have been great in the last draft I did. Life Technique. Agent of Codus. Dispelling Exile. Counter target spell unless it pays 2. If dragons be held, 4. Devoted Duelist. Sultai Devotee, Undergrowth Leopard, land. Let's try... I think let's go with the Sultai Devotee. The Death Touch is pretty strong. Ambling Storm Shell. Bewildering Blizzard. Draw 3 cards, creatures bonus control get -3/-0. It's pretty cool. It's really expensive, though. Rite of Renewal, which up to 2 target permanent cards from the graveyard to your hand. Target player shuffles 4 cards from the graveyard into the library. Okay. Meticulous Artisan. Heritage Reclamation. Destroy, exile a card from a graveyard. Team Rotani back. Let's take the creature. Ureni's Rebuff. Return a creature to hand. Mammoth Bella. Ooh, yeah, that's probably the one we want to take. Yeah, we'll take that. Sorry, I'm gonna have to catch up to chat in just a moment here. The cards are actually coming through pretty quick today. Enoch Wayfarer. Yeah, take that. I'm pretty much taking anything that gives me extra lands. Let's see. LVD? Yeah, I've heard LVD is good. I have not caught a whole lot of his stuff. Arne. I don't know who Arne is. Maybe you can explain to me who Arne is. Yellow Hat. I've heard of Yellow Hat. Somebody who plays Modern. CGB is cool too, I guess, but he also does a lot of React. You know what's funny about CGB is when I first started playing Arena, I immediately started looking for content creators to watch, and CGB was one of the first to show up. One moment here. Yeah, I think we'll take the Champion of Doosan. But yeah, CGB was one of the first to show up, and I think that's because he's just a really popular creator. I watched a lot of his like deck techs and I also watched like a few of like his like podcast episodes, because a few years ago he was doing a podcast with this British guy, and they were a pretty good combination. So it was good to listen to while I was at work. He's recently been doing a lot of like reaction stuff and a lot of showing people from other card games Magic cards, and I found those pretty entertaining. But overall, he's kind of dropped off for me pretty significantly. I don't watch a whole lot of his stuff anymore. One of my favorite guys to watch right now is actually a guy named Dev. He runs a channel called Strictly Better Magic the Gathering. He's a really like wholesome, like down to earth kind of guy. Also, I watch MTG Malone. He's a guy who operates out of Belgium. He's pretty cool. Jeskai Monument. Cautious Bargain. What's that do? You top for cards in your library, put 2 out of your hand, rest in graveyard. Let's see, Ring Strict Mastery. Trader Envoy. This creature is draw a card if you control a creature with a counter on it. If you don't, what's supposed to counter this creature? Potentially that one. Yeah, let's take that one. Yeah. Furious Forebear. Tactician. Mardu Monument. Lightfoot Technique. Underdogs. Critic Nest Guard. We'll take the Nest Guard. It's a pretty decent 4/4 for 3. Arne Huschenbath. He plays on the PT. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like people who are also participating in the competitive scene. And he fades from the set yet. Clans or cards. Currently, my favorite clan, like on theme, is probably Sultai. I really like the value, like the value generation of Sultai. But when it comes to just like raw power, I really like Mardu. Adoring Crocodile, Devoted Duelist. Let's take the Duelist. Let's see. As far as like favorite cards of this set, I'm sure it's probably been said before, but honestly, Elspeth. Elspeth is just really stupidly strong. It's just a really good card. Let's see, Arne. Some time ago, there was Noxious 2, but he had kind of a burnout with Noxious. I don't recall hearing anyone named Noxious. I might need to be reminded of who that was. Jim Davis, yeah, I do watch some of Jim's stuff. He has a pretty good read on how things work. But it also helps that he is also a competitive player, so he definitely has his finger on the pulse. Ash Lizzle. Ash Lizzle is another one that I pay a little bit of attention to. She's pretty good. Take the land. Oh god, we still have a whole nother freaking set of cards to go through. Alright, what do we got? Essence Anchor. If you give your upkeep Surveil 1, create a zombie druid token, activate only during your turn and only if a card left your graveyard. Okay, that's probably never gonna happen. Dragon Sniper, that's pretty good. Mardu Monument. I spell Bellringer, Jeskai Devotee. Ooh, Molten Exhale. That's actually pretty good removal. Yeah, I think we're going to take that. I've seen the soundboard. The soundboard is actually pretty funny. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you there. Heritage Reclamation. A lot of Heritage Reclamation coming through. Boulderborn Dragon. Flying Vigilance whenever it attacks Surveil 1. That could actually be pretty decent. Actually, no. We'll take the Storm Shriek. The Storm Shriek's really good. War Effort. Frontline. Rakshas's Bargain. Wingspan Strides. Okay. Sagu Pummeler. 4 Reach Renew. Exile from your graveyard. 2 ++ counters and a Reach counter target creature. And it's a 4/4. That's pretty good. I already have more than one Tawny back. Yeah, we'll take the Sagu Pummeler. Let's see. Attuned Hunter. Got here. Shock Brigade. Sultai Devotee. Let's take the Embermouth Sentinel. Having to wait to get lands to the top of your library might be good. I'm not too keen on the female MTG players, I'm afraid. Everyone has their preferences. The only thing I try to limit is anyone that I feel just really doesn't have like too good of a read, because I only have so much time in the day to listen to so many different creators, and the space is really saturated, like you said earlier. So unfortunately, we are all competing for your time, and I can't speak for everyone else, but I do really appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time with me tonight. It does definitely make doing this all the more worth it, because I am fully aware that you could have clicked on any other video on this platform, but you're here with me, and that makes me happy. Let's see, Snakeskin Veil. Snakeskin Veil's pretty good. Dragonclaw Strike is a good fight spell, but it's costs 3 mana to do. I think we'll do Snakeskin Veil in this case. We got a sword, got Reclamation, Bear Glory. A lot of white cards not being taken. Jeskai Devotee, Undergrowth Leopard. Let's take the Devotee. Let's see. Synchronized Charge. What does that do? Distribute 2 ++ counters among 1 to 2 target creatures you control. Creatures you control with counters on them gain Vigilance and Trampled Under. That could actually be pretty good. What else is in here? Dispelling Exile, Critic Nest Guard, another Saga Pummeler. I like combat tricks, but I don't know if I have the space for them. Oh, never mind. My choice got made for me. Let's take this. No. Let's take an early game creature. Let's see. Veteran. Nice by Ringbeller. Let's take the Ringbeller. It's a pretty decent blocker. Monastery Mentor? Sure. Take that. Yeah, unfortunately. Not a whole lot of ramp going around. So we gotta make do with what we can find. We did manage to snag a few, though. Hate Draft. Oh, take that. Yeah. And last is the Blade. Alright, let's try to make a deck out of this. Alright, let's see here. So, we are firmly in Teamer. So anything that's not in the Teamer colors has got to go. So white is out. Black is out. Let's see. What do I have in here? Gurmag Nightwatch is still playable. We just have to pay a little extra for it. Let's see. Got over here. Alright, those are all in our colors, so now we just need to start dropping cards. So let's separate our spells from our creatures. That will definitely help us. So move this over here. Heritage Reclamation, move that over there. Death Touch. Undergrowth Leopard. That's for getting lands to the top of the library. Looks like we're running mostly creatures with this this build here. Alright, Dragonstorm Globe. Snowmelt Stag. What else we got? Yeah, it looks like our deck is all creatures here. Saga Wildwing. Mammoth Bellow. Oh, a spell that makes a creature. Would you look at that? Okay. Alright, so let's see here. Of the spells that we have a combat trick, we have a removal spell, we have Heritage Reclamation, which destroys an artifact, enchantment, or exiles a card from a graveyard. We have one Dragonstorm Globe, very unfortunate for us, and a Mammoth Bellow. So I think we drop the Heritage Reclamation and drop the Wingspan Stride. I think we'll drop those, keep the rest. So instant, sorcery, artifact, sorcery. So as far as the creatures, let me see, what do we have here? Salte Devotee, Traveling Botanist. Let's see, I kind of want to keep both of the Traveling Botanists because it helps us get lands out of our library. Undergrowth Leopard is good. And I kind of want to keep it just in case of like enchantment-based removal. I like that we have a lot of 2-drops. That makes me happy. Let's see. Let's drop one of these, one of those. I want to keep both of the Teamer Tawny back. Let's drop the Crotic. Let's drop the Messenger. Drop the Gurmag. Simply just because their extra colors are not in our colors. So it'll just make it a little bit more difficult to play them. Alright, we're down to 45. So let's see what else we have here. So that endures 2 at 5 mana. So if we play it at 5 and we just give it +1 counters, we're basically paying 5 mana for a 5/4. So that's an on-rate card. But it's not going to help us win. When we're playing our top-end spells, we kind of want to play spells that we think are going to help us win. So in the mid-game, I like Rainveil Rejuvenator. I like being able to tap it for 2 mana. That's good. Prowess. It also gives us a treasure token. Let's get rid of the Watcher. I don't think that's really necessary. Champion of Doosan is good. Rescue Leopard's decent. Let's see. Icespire Bellringer is alright. Rescue Leopard's better though, so I think we're going to get rid of that. Okay, 2 more cards to get rid of. Let's see. What else do we have? Salte Devotee. Jeskai. Okay. Let's get rid of a couple things in our 4-drop slot. So we got Trader Envoy, Sagu Pummeler, Rainveil Rejuvenator. Yeah, so when we get to the 4 mana slot, I think we want to be playing high power cards. So and typically all of them are pretty high powered, especially the Snowmelt Stag. It's a 5/2 on your turn. Alright, tell you what, let's drop 1 Teamer Tawny back, and let's drop 1 Traveling Botanist. There we go. So there, that just gets rid of our extra cards. I think that will do well. So mostly creatures. We got a few spells here. It's not as good as our Mardu deck, unfortunately, but hopefully we won't just get blown out. I think it's okay. This deck doesn't fill me with the most confidence possible, but we'll make it work. Okay. How many lands do we have? 17? Perfect. That's what we need. Let's look at our colors, though. Our colors are mostly in red and green with a little bit of blue. So and that is reflected here with a lot of red, a lot of green, just a little bit of blue. Okay. You know what? Let's take it out. Let's play it. Let's see what happens. Wish me luck, boys. And this is best of 3 drafting. So, just like if you were to go down to your local F&M. first opponent is Harems. Opponent goes first, and this sucks. Mulligan that. Alright, that's a little bit better. So yeah, we'll keep that. 3, 3, 3, 4. I'll keep it, and I'm going to send back one of the islands. I don't think we need 4 lands. Alright, opponent opens with a Swamp. I will open with this Swiftwater Cliffs, Game 1 Live. I like to play the tapped lands early. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's see, we have that we can play this turn. So let's go ahead and play Island, and then we will play this. Discard a card to draw 2. Let's discard the Snowmelt or the Summon Intimidator. I like the Intimidator a little bit more than the Snowmelt Stag. Cool. That looks good. They play a Forest and a Ward of the Grove. Ooh, that's ugly. I don't like that. That is likely going to get pretty ugly pretty fast. So we can play the Champion of Doosan, or we can play the Dragonstorm Globe. I'm tempted to play the Globe, but I also need this on the table. I just need something to block with, in case they try to come at me. The big drawback with this build that I'm on right now is the lack of removal. So I'm gonna have to play a lot of like big guys early. Or as early as I can. Alright, +1 counter there. Yeah, it looks like our opponent is playing Absam. Let's see. Let's go land. Let's see, we can go Sagu Pummeler. It's a 4/4 with reach. We can play the Traveling Botanist. Or the Summit Intimidator. Let's play the Summit Intimidator. Make this unable to block this turn. And attack for 4. They have something to do 2 damage to it. That would be bad. But they did not. Yeah. Abzan is not too shabby. He's like I played Abzan in a paper draft last night, and I was pretty happy with the results. Oh, you're seeing Excel. Not good. Fight spell. Yep, big damage coming my way. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and pay 1 right there. Let's see, we can do 1, 2, that costs 4. We do 3. Yeah, if we do 3, we can do this. Oh no, that's really not going to change things too much. Let's do the Traveling Botanist and the Undergrowth Leopard. And then attack for 4. Yeah, they go to 13. Yeah, I was hoping to get some ramp with this this draft, but it didn't really turn out the way I wanted. But it's okay. Sometimes you get it really well, sometimes you don't. And it looks like they got the good removal. Yeah, I can't really block that. Alright, go to 6. Yeah. Snake Skin Veil's pretty good. Let's play that. Keep 1 mana open for the Veil. Next. Attack like that. You want to block? Eh? He does want to block. Alright. Let's make them trade. Put you to 9. Oh, they got their 4th land. Think it might be over for me. We'll see. They have 5 cards in hand. It could be any combination of great cards for them. Japanese Doosan. Hey, that's pretty good. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. That's nasty. Yeah. Well, we have to block, unfortunately. Otherwise, we just lose this turn. So, let's see what happens. Yeah, that's not going to save us. So, we'll play it, though. Also encounter. No attacks. That Ward in the Grove is really good. What you got? Abzan Devotee. Alright. It's going to endure. It's probably going to put 2 counters on itself. Oh, no. He's going to make enough. You know what? Yeah. Let's go to game 2. That's something I can't get around. Especially with my lack of removal. Is there anything in here that would be good to bring in against them? Not necessarily. I don't think so. Yeah. Let's just play. I will play first. Definitely. Ooh. I don't know about that, though. Well, it's 2 lands. All I would really need to do is draw 1 additional, and we can still be in this game. Let's try it. Alright. Here's to hoping I did not make a huge mistake. Oh, cool. Alright, sweet. That's not too shabby. Alright, let's play the Sultai Devotee. Delta Bloodflies. What's that? Flying, whenever this creature attacks, if you control a creature with a counter on it, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. Let's go here. Let's go... Yeah, let's go with the Tawny back. It comes in. Draw a card, discard a card. Let's discard Mammoth Bellow, because we can still cast that from the graveyard. No attacks. It chose not to attack. Alright, so let's start with an attack with the Teamer Tawny back. See what they do. Caustic Exhale. -3, huh? Alright. Let's Storm Scale it. Or Snake Skin it, I mean. Alright, take 5. Alright, and then we will play the Einok Wayfarer. Try and get a land. Hey, there's some land. Wow, all 3 of them are lands. Alright, give me that forest. Play it. Right? They play a Blossoming Sands. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's play the Storm Shriek Feral. Oh, wait, no, we can't. We are 1 shy of that. So in that case, I'm tempted. Because we can tap that for 5 and create a dragon. Or not a dragon, but create an elephant. Should we do that? That's a good question. Or should we just apply some damage right now? I think we should just apply some damage right now. Make that unable to block. Yeah, let's just do that. Host of Hereafter. Enters with 2+1/+1 counters. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, if it had counters on it, put its counters on up to 1 target creature you control. Okay, cool. Alright, let's go here. Let's go play the Feral. Attack, attack, attack. Like that. Again, you should definitely block one of them. There you go. Block that. Alright, opponent goes to 2 health. Okay. They will definitely need to place some kind of blockers this turn. Okay. Champion of Dusong. That's a blocker. Two champions of Dusong. Cool. Alright, what do we got here? So, thinking... I can give my Storm Streak +1. Yeah, let's cast this, tapping that to make it more playable. And shoot. Unfortunately, not going to be able to attack in for a kill this turn. So we're gonna have to wait until next turn. Okay, play land. Inspired Vanguard. Oh, Inspirited Vanguard. Make some more blockers. There you go. Alright, what we got here? We got the Sagu Pummeler. The Dragonstorm Globe. Can't really deal with that flying blocker. But what I can do is just attack into it. Alright, let's see here. Let's go next. Attack with that, that, and that. Show me what you choose to block with. Okay. Alright, block there. And there. Very good. Okay, so you're going to block this. Okay, those are going to trade. Those are going to trade. These are going to trade. And these are going to trade. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, this completely eliminates your entire line there. I'm okay with this. Alright. Hexproof until turn? Yeah. Activate it again. Go to 5. Yes. Alright, cool. Alright, play land. And they can't renew their cards. Unfortunately, I can't buff that card at all. So what we'll do is we'll go Globe. We'll go Pummeler. And attack for 1. Game's not over yet, friend. Now it is. Okay, cool. So we're 1 for 1 now. Just gotta go for the last game. I wonder if they're trying to bring anything in. And what, if anything, would they sideboard? Yeah, that did play out well for us. Yeah, the first game was just unwinnable because of that Grove Guardian. Ooh, that is a bad hand. Mulligan that. Alright, that's a little bit better. We'll keep that. Yeah. Keep that. Let's send Island back. Alright, play the Scoured Barrens. Alright, well, I'll play the Swift Water Cliffs. Get alive. Abzan Devotee. Okay. Let's play Island and pass. It's a slow hand. Okay, they get 1 life. Ah, something's in my throat. Let's see. All right. Play the globe. We're gonna take a lot of damage from that Abzan devotee. Ooh, yeah. It's not looking good for me. Alright, let's play that. Let's play this so we have a blocker. Not good. Not good. Yeah, block there. Take the rest. Ouch. I'm at 9. This is closing in pretty fast. Oh, with a caustic exhale too. That's just adding insult to injury. Alright, let's go ahead and play this. And use that extra mana to play the Traveling Botanist. I think this game's over. yeah, this is a bonkers open for them. Yeah, look at that. All their cards have like at least 4 power. Yeah, might as well come in and finish the game, man. Yeah. Come on, turn them sideways. Yeah, no blocks. You got this one. Good game, champ. Not too good for me. It's all good. Hey, what do we got here? Ooh, a Vile Mutilator. I really like the art on that card. That's really nice. It really has a display of menace. Okay. 2 games remaining. Does that mean that we can only lose 2 more games? Or does it mean that we can play 2 more matches? I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah, the devotee's pretty good. Yeah. And Abzan is a pretty good clan. They have access to some really good what is it? They have access to some really good kill spells. So they can definitely pivot into a controlling stance. Yeah, typically whoever goes first does win. Ooh, yeah, we'll take that. Play this and go get a mountain. Yeah, take action. Mountain, please. Thank you. A little bit of color fixing is always good. Okay, they are firmly Jeskai. They're gonna draw a card. Look at them. I like the harmonized mechanic. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, you're gonna counter my spell? Look at you. Alright, attack for 2. Oh, they're playing 4 colors. How interesting. Yeah, let's play this. Let's go ahead and play the Traveling Botanist. Are you going to counter this one too? He's just a dog. He's just a good boy. Yeah, he did show me a dragon. Alright, let's go ahead and cycle this. Oh no, he tapped my guy. Alright, throw that away and draw 2 more cards. Jesus, more mountains. Jesmer. yeah, I guess so. Takai. Hey, don't tell George. A Teamer Tawny back. That's a pretty cool card. Alright, play another land. I'm thinking our friend here got all the good draw spells. Alright, play that. And I'm gonna blow that up. Then we'll attack for 2. Alright, they play Plains. They have 6 mana to play with right now. Well, they could harmonize Unending Whisper without having to tap a creature. That's kind of cool. Oh, Static Snare. Okay. What are they going to choose? You know what? That's fine. No point in sacrificing it. Alright, let's play the Wayfarer. Aw, come on. Alright, Mountain. Attack. Yeah, they got all the lands they could ever want. Meanwhile, I'm over here just twiddling my thumbs. Oh, chose not to do anything, huh? Alright, that's cool. Alright, land. Next. Attack. You got 2 cards in hand, what you gonna do? I beg your pardon, sir? That is disgusting. Stop that. I will decline. I don't want more lands on top of my deck. That's funny, we have both managed to draw the exact same amount of cards. 22. Oh. Never mind. Aw, come on, man. Yep. Alright, well, I know what I'm going to be sideboarding in, that's for sure. Oh, no attack, huh? Wow, we'll get all those lands and nothing to do with them. Yeah, I don't see this going too well for me. Unless I can manage to draw, like, my dragon pretty soon. That'd be pretty sweet. If ever there was a game where I had the opportunity to play Big Dragon, it would be this game. No, can't attack. You got blockers. They can sacrifice that to just make a dude. And that's what they're gonna do. Cast a spell. Oh, they didn't want to. Oh, come on. What is this? Why do I have so many lands? That's fine. I still have time to draw myself out of this problem. Let's see if we can draw what we need. That's not what we need. It's a meticulous artisan. Come on, man. Yeah, 17 lands. Let's just draw all of them in rapid succession. Block that. Play 3 spells. Oh, Osseous Exhale. That works. Mm-hmm. Ow. Stop it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me just save this real quick. Disgusting. Oh, really? A smile at death, too. Why the hell not? Oh, look. A Team Ratani back. just in the right amount of time, too. Yeah, this is over. I'm out. GG, friend. All right. Let's see here. What do I have in the means of artifact disruption or artifact and enchantment disruption, I should say. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? Not really. Yeah, it's just going to be that one. But yeah, I have a deck idea / challenge for you should you choose to accept. Hey, I'm listening, Farquaad. Tell me what you got. You need more leopard and more of that teamer creature. Yeah, leopard good. Leopard good. I don't think I drafted any more of said leopard, though. Yeah. Let's see. So, let's see here. Talking about undergrowth leopard, of course. I'm going to pull that in. I'm going to send out... Gosh, what to send out in this case? Probably Summit Intimidator. They're not playing a whole lot of... Oh, the red leopard. Is that what you're talking about? You think I should bring another one of those in? You know what? Just for the sake of giggles, I will. I'll bring in one of those. And let's send out that guy right there. Artisan doesn't have many non-creatures. Deck is called May the Horde Be With You, based on Homunculus Horde. Oh boy. Yeah, that could be a that could be an interesting challenge. I might be able to do something with that. All right, we'll keep this. Let's send back. I kind of want to keep the Snakeskin Veil because they're playing a lot of like targeted removal. Okay, let's send back the Sagu Pummeler for now. All right, land return, go. Yeah, let's do this. Discard that mountain to draw some more cards. There we go. Ah, cool. We drew into our island. Not that I have any blue cards or anything, but still. Team Remonument. Okay, cool. Go get a land. Alright, what we got here? Let's go Island. Let's go Devoted Duelist. Keeping mana open for Snakeskin Veil. Hit him for 2. End turn. Yeah, this opponent crafted themselves a pretty decent deck. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. Would that come in? Protect it. Punch him. All right. Another island. Ah, a stag. All right. Molten Exhale deals 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Okay, cool. You may cast a spell that would flash if you had a dragon. I do not have a dragon. But what I do have is attackers. Cool. Blow it. Oh, a Static Snare. Okay, that's gone. Let's get another mountain. And play a Rescue Leopard. What you got for me, champ? Oh, look at that. The little buildings move around. That's cute. Blossoming Sands, alright. Sib Sig Appraiser. What does that do? Once you get your inners, look at the top two cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, the other into your graveyard. Okay. Alright. Well, we kind of have to attack into this, unfortunately. Yeah, discard that. Draw a card. Look at another land. Yeah. Alright. Oh, another one. Play the land. I feel like I'm at a bit of a disadvantage in this matchup. My opponent has all the lands and 5 cards in hand. And I'm naked over here. I think we might be at a bit of a disadvantage. Okay, they are very meticulously tapping their lands to make sure they get the right colors. Whatever could they be thinking about? And they're roping. I mean, come on, man. Okay, they play an appraiser. Sure. Yeah. Amazing. Alright, cool. Let's kill that creature by attacking. The sheer amount of lands that I'm drawing is absolutely bonkers. Look at that. Look at that nonsense. Yeah. Yeah. But should we be dropping lands? I mean, I understand, like, 17 lands. Yeah, definitely. It is quite a bit. Like, it's, it may be more than I need with all of the, like, land ramp and color fixing I already have. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I don't think I can beat that. Because, like, even if I draw into my Undergrowth Leopard to get rid of that, it'll still be too little too late, and I'd be drawing a creature just to throw it away to get rid of an enchantment. Yeah. Yeah, this is over. Yeah. GG, friend. Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe if we drop one of the lands game 2, maybe that would help us out a little bit. Because we are drawing way too many lands. But then again, is it just bad RNG? Because I was running the same amount of lands in the deck I was playing earlier, the Mardu deck, and we were not having this issue at all. Opponent goes first. Okay, so we have an island, a forest, a snowmelt stag, the Jeskai Devotee, a Sultai Devotee, Sagu Pummeler, and an Embermouth Sentinel. I'll keep it. It's got ways to get the red mana up top, so I will keep. Yeah, a certain level of unlucky and a certain level of Just me being greedy with the deck building, I think. Tygam, huh? Okay. That's a pretty cool card. Alright, I'm going to play the Embermouth and go get myself a mountain. And there's that mountain. Alright, let's play the Jeskai Devotee. Attack for 2. Alright, take it. Alright, opponent is Jeskai today. Kind of expected that with the Tygam there. Oh, Channel Dragonfire. Alright, he does not like that card. Focus the Mind. Hang on, let me read that. What does that do? Spell costs 2 less to cast. If you've cast another spell this turn, draw 3 and discard a card. Wow, that's pretty good. That is really good. Alright, let's go here. Let's play the Sagu Pummeler. Attack for 2. Yeah, that quality of a draw spell being copied 4 turns apart is pretty solid. Okay, they play an island. It's a pretty nice looking island. I like that. Oh, Wingspan Stride. So it's a 3/3 with flying now. Can you get rid of the Pummeler to attack in with? Oh, Channel Dragonfire. So he's gonna tap his creature just to do that. Alright, let's see here. Let's go here. Let's go with the Snowmelt Stag. Attack for 4. Oh, yeah, he's copying the Channel Dragonfire too. That's pretty good. He's only got 2 cards left in his hand, though. Can he play both of them this turn? Oh, big damage. Wild Ride? Okay. He's going to copy the Wild Ride. And then attack for big damage. Yep, you got it, champ. Alright, well, might as well do this now. Alright, it's a 7/4. Attack for 7. Big damage. Alright, he's got 1 card left in hand. Oh, the Irration Sunshield. Let's see if I can hopefully find a way to deal with that before he can start tapping my creature down. Not quite. That's okay. You will have to block with both if you wanted to kill it. Alright, guess you cast Focus the Mind. Draw 3, discard 1. That's a very, very strong draw. Alright, what are those cards in your hand? Ooh, that's really good. And Descendant of Storms, okay. Alright, play the Dragonstorm Globe. Mountain. Go to combat. What you gonna tap down? There you go. -5, -0. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, well, I can't really attack into that, unfortunately. Because, no attack power. Oof, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty brutal. Oh, and he gets to harmonize again. He has managed to resolve Focus the Mind 3 times this game. That's pretty hard to keep up with. Yep. Okay, endure 1. Block there. Come on. Yeah, this is some pretty intense not luck. Ugh. Yeah, I gotta say this is not turning out too good for me. And kind of sucky for a way for me to like end this stream, because it is like after 10 o'clock p.m. over here, and I do have work in the morning, so I will unfortunately have to end this after this runs over. But this is pretty brutal. We had a good open. The open was pretty good. Oh yeah. Yeah, come on in, champ. Oh yeah, yeah. You have more than lethal. Yeah, GG. That's a pretty good Jeskai deck. Yeah, the E built that pretty well. Good job. Okay, so what kind of things can we use against them? I'm kind of thinking we just need to like come out against them like a little bit faster. So more in terms of like low drops. Or as many low drops as we can do. So let's bring that in. And let's bring that in. And let's take out that and that and call it done. Yeah, the game just kind of went on a little bit too long, you know? Alright, I will play first. Alright, what do we got? Meticulous Artisan, Traveling Botanist, and Embermouth Sentinel. Alright, keep that. I think we'll play the Traveling Botanist first and the Embermouth Sentinel second. I will say that I will not be too upset about this because, again, it is just draft. And draft, I don't put a whole lot of effort or thought into. It's really just a for fun format for me. So having a bad draft like this, yeah, it is what it is. I don't think about it too much. It's kind of like when you borrow someone's deck and you lose with that deck, and you're like, whatever, no skin off my back. I didn't build this. Let's go here. Let's play the Botanist. A Jeskai Devotee. Okay. Let's play the island, and then we'll attack for 2. Reveal. It's a land. We'll take it. It's kind of like a semi-explorer. Draw and discard. Discard that mountain. Don't need it. Got the Snowmelt Stag, though. That's pretty cool. What you gonna play, friend? Just passing the turn. Okay, that works for me. All right, let's go here, and then we'll attack, like so. Let's see. If it's a land, you may reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. I'll decline. I want to keep it right there. So I actually kind of like that card. Alright. Big damage. And then I will play the Snowmelt Stag. Snowmelt Stag is actually pretty good. Alright. They're at 4 mana. They have access to white now. Oh, they're trying to draw some cards. Bing, bing, bing. Alright. You want to hit me for 6? I won't block. I promise. What you gonna do, bud? Yeah, no blocks. Alright, my turn. Let's take this right here. Let's go play the Storm Shriek Feral. Attack for a lot. Reveal that. Put it in my hand. Hey, look at that. If we just move a little bit faster, we can win a game. Let's see, what else do we have here? Anything else that we might want to add in? Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's eliminate the Meticulous Artisan in favor of another Tawny. Because those 3 mana guys seem to be pretty decent. Alright, what do we got here? So we have access to all 3 of our manas, so that's good. Or colors, I mean. Mammoth, Storm Shriek, Devotee, Dragonstorm. Alright, cool. We'll keep it. Pota goes first. Alright, our first turn is the Swiftwater Cliffs. Gain alive. Alright, let's play Mountain. Oh, tie game. Yeah, I hope it's not over already. That would suck. Alright, let's play that. And let's play the Embermouth Sentinel. Bring a land up. Let's get a mountain. See what they do this turn. Unending Whisper, draw a card. Okay. Land. Do they have a second spell to play? They do not. That works for me. Alright, let's go ahead. Play 3. If we play the Dragonstorm Globe, we won't be able to cast another spell this turn, but we will be able to play Mammoth Bellow next turn. So let's attack for 2 and see what they do. Okay, they take the damage. Globe. Alright, Jeskai Devotee. And a Rebellious Strike. Cool. Yeah, that works. Some big damage. Alright, let's play this land. Let's play Mammoth Bellow. Attack for 2. They block with the Devotee. I'm not sure I would have done that. But I'm not them. They might know better things than I do. or mana. Or mana in choices. What would they want to do? 5 cards in hand. I'm sure you got at least 2 cards you can play this turn. Wild Ride, okay. And focus the mind, draw some cards. They discarded Plains. Play an island. They could potentially tap Tygam to Unending Whisper. Looks like they got a lot of choices to make. Alright, they chose to do nothing. Yeah, works for me, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack for 5. Alright, they take it. Alright, so then we'll go with the Traveling Botanist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not quite enough. So I'll also play the Rescue Leopard. Try and get as many creatures out as possible to attack with. So I'm thinking next turn I can play the other half of Mammoth Bellow by tapping the Rescue Leopard. And tapping the Rescue Leopard would allow me to draw and discard as well. So it could be a little bit of a combo action. But we need to see what our opponent is going to be doing this turn. What does that land do? Exile top card. Okay, it's just an impulse draw on a land. That's not too bad. They are taking a lot of time to consider their actions. Okay, we're putting a fresh start on my creature there. That's fine. Okay, they chose to do nothing. Alright, cool. So I'm going to play Mammoth Bella, tapping that. Discard a card? Yeah, we will discard. I think we'll discard the Devotee. Keep the Snakeskin Veil. Oh, that's cool. Alright, next. Attack for 5. What you gonna do, champ? You're gonna block with Tygam or take the damage? Yeah. The next thing to get unsuspended is Rebellious Strike, and that's in 2 turns. So the question is, what are you going to do? Sorcery, sorcery. Yeah, all of the Harmonate spells are sorceries, so you can't really do anything with those. At least not right now. Yeah, take it. End turn. Resolve all of those. Each one gets a suspend counter removed. You're still a few turns off from each of them. Okay, plays a mountain. That leaves him with 2 cards left, plus the harmonized cards. Yeah, if I just attack all out next turn and he doesn't do anything to my creatures, I think I got this. Especially with the Storm Shriek Feral in my hand. Because it really looks like he's kind of stuck in a situation where he has only 1 creature and a ton of pretty ineffective cards in hand. Okay, we have a Jeskai Brushmaster, Double Strike and Prowess. Cool. Alright, that's the first card for the game. Or for the turn. Pass. Okay, I'll take my turn. Alright, land. Feral. Next. Attack. Yeah, probably not the best thing to discard. Okay, block there, block there. So that's 5, 9 already right there. Yeah. And that's game. Whew, there we go. That Storm Shriek Feral has won me quite a few games over these few drafts. Grave robbing? Down but not out. Alright, we're getting some achievements here. That's pretty cool. Alright. Okay. Claim? 0 games. Oh, I guess even though I won that match, it still wasn't enough to move me on to the next like bracket or whatever. So I think this draft is over. Here, let me move my camera. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see, webcam. There we go. Yeah, move that. Yeah, the little claim buttons there. So let's see what we're gonna claim. We got 250 gems and a single back. Not the best performance, but hey, it is what it is. No big deal. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go and move this back down. Let's see what we earned tonight. What were the achievements we just got? So we got down here, advanced achievements. Down but not out was win a best of 3 match after losing the first game. Okay, that's actually pretty easy to get. Let's see what else we got. We have Color Mastery Black is grave robbing. Have 80 creatures leave your graveyard over any number of games. Cool. I'll take that. Oh, greatness, huh? I don't know if I want to equip that. Okay. Alright, Mastery, packs. Alright, well, let's crack this one pack. Let's see what's in the pack. It is a Bloom Vine Regent under the dragon. How you like that? Very cool. Okay, cool. So that fully expends all of my draft tokens. So after this, it's pretty much just focusing on standard. So for the channel this week, I have a few videos planned. I want to talk about the standard environment and what decks are on top right now. So you can expect a discussion video and at least 2 deck tech videos this week. And I'm going to be working on that this weekend. So as for now, I thank you all very much, but I need to get to bed. It is 10:30 p.m. my time, so I need to work in the morning, and that means I need to go take a little nap. So I thank you very much for spending this time with me tonight, and hopefully we can do it again soon. So thank you all very much. You guys all have a wonderful night, and hopefully you guys have some good games yourself. So take care.